back then in my head, that was like that Volvo was like a Bentley to me. I was like, man. And then he would get out the car and he'd be walking, like, wow. Then he had a beard. He had a beard too. So my other uncles, they ain't have no beard. So I'm like, man, Uncle Jack really. And I want to play it with them. I don't know if we'll have time to play it tonight. And I don't know if they even do this anymore. But as a child, I witnessed them playing this game called Tonk. You all know that game. And so, as a little boy, I watched them, I would be like, get on out of here, you don't need to be in here with us. And I want to say one more thing about my mother too. Remember the Atari, when the Atari first came out? We used to have competition at night with Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. And one thing that I've now learned that I didn't know, God humbled me concerning having $3, is when she would beat me, she wouldn't be all obnoxious and loud when we would play that game together. And she would, but I kept going at it, and I got to where I could beat her. But I ain't know how to act. And you probably can talk to my daughters, and they'll tell you as well that it took a long time for me to learn how to act when you finally win. There's two more things I want to say about my mom, and I'll sit down and I'll give you all an opportunity to share a story. The second thing is the cutting of the grass. The cutting of the grass. So I would try to outcut the grass better than her. And I don't know if I ever did. I really don't. I think she was real good. She was good at it. And this is before they came out with weed eaters. So it was a while ago. Now the weed eater ain't been out that long. I know some people, what? Yeah, it's been a while. They ain't ever always been out. Not like they are now. But we had got so off into that where we would have a push mower, and we're getting around hedges and stuff with the push mower, and we ain't moving rocks and chip wood chips and nothing like that. So we got good at it before the weed eater came out. And that was a challenging thing that we did together. Hey, this is it. This is good. I had heard about this word. Let me say that. Okay, let me say Uncle Jack. There's another story about Uncle Jack, and then I want to go back to that. Then I'm done. So Uncle Jack took me. I was like coming into my puberty. He took me to see Rocket 3. Now I don't know if you remember that. That was a big event with Clubber Lang and Mr. T, and I remember that. I won't ever forget the feeling that you put in me by that simple act. Because as a little boy playing basketball and sandlot football and everything, I see all the other children go to the movies and stuff, and then they had started making the movies real exciting to see, real big and darn it. And he took me to see Rocket 3 and that blew my socks off. Now let's get back to my mom. At 15, 16, I was getting what you would call discipline. And I said, I know how to make up my own bed. I know how to clean up my own room. I can do this. And I was going to go to West Point Academy. And I was acting like I was already in West Point before I got to West Point. And what I found out is I wasn't doing it good enough. This woman would come behind me and remake my bed. And I didn't see anything wrong with it when I made it until she made it. Amazing. But that's my spiel on the birthday girl and the birthday boy. Beautiful people. I'm sure you all know some things. And if anyone wants to come up and share a story with us, let's let the family members come up first, and then we'll let, okay, here comes my brother, okay.
All I want to say is to my mother, thank you. From her, I learned sacrifice. I learned to put others before myself. And I always remember this story when I get told is we were sitting down eating dinner one day, and she might not remember, but I do. And I looked over, and I remember pork chops, mashed potatoes, greens, and I looked over and I looked at her plate, she didn't have any. She had like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just so we could eat. From that point on, I knew that's how you put others before yourself. When you're your family, you make sacrifices for your family. I just want to say happy birthday to y'all, and many more to come. And one thing I just get a little long-winded. That Atari thing, yeah, I never got to play. Because they both on the controller playing this Pac-Man for longer. So I never got to play. But I thank y'all again for coming, and I appreciate all of y'all.
And our mom was the focal point to take us where we are today. Now, Joyce, where you at? Joyce is the oldest girl in the family. I'm the oldest boy. She's the oldest girl. But if you let her tell it, she's older than I am. That girl would call me and start telling me to do things, and I said, who do you think to help this family? And then when I say something about Jack, she said, don't forget about it. You know, I got to always talk with him anyway. You know, I called Jack and I talked to him, and I told him I was going to put him on the spot, and he said, you better not, because Jack don't like to talk. But I'll talk. I have no problems about saying anything. Jack, I'm not going to call when you say anything, because I love you that much, boy. But I was thinking, as I was driving up here today, I couldn't remember how old they were. So I called my sister Deborah, and I said, Deborah, are they 65 or 70? She said 70. I said, gosh, I didn't realize when I was taking care of them, I was only about 5 or 6 years old. I used to put diapers on them. Diapers, not paper pampers, diapers. And I was only about 6 or 7 because I'll celebrate my 70th birthday on the 3rd of December, Lord's willing. And I just could not believe it.
And he didn't have it. I said, what's that rattling in your pocket keys? He said, yeah. I said, no, pull it on that. He said, oh, I got a cord. I said, that's all you got? He said, yeah. I said, okay, never mind. So, next day, I said, Jack, you got any change in that pocket? He said, yeah, I got you today, I got you. So I said, okay. So he had it. Next day, I said, here, here's your $1 back. He said, oh, I'll give you 50. I said, no, just keep it. So the moral of this story is, he is tight. He had bought his lunch. He done shared his lunch with me. I said, well, Jack, that's pretty good. Yeah. I said, Miss Brother can cook pretty good. He said, yeah, I know. That's what I wear. I said, okay. He invited me up there. I done ate meals for him and everything. So the next day he came in. I said, where our lunch at? He said, oh, she had time to cook. Me and him share a meal or whatever. So I said, okay, tell me, brother, I'm hungry now. Hey, he brought us a meal in there, but for the story is be tight.
She does have a heart of gold. She is genuine. When you get her, you get real all the time. If she's irritated and tired, she'll tell you, Bishop, I'm irritated and tired, but I'm still going to go on. But I just want to just take out this opportunity just to thank God that I was able to see a woman of God who still reflects a heart of gold. I met her brother. His wife was going through an ordeal at the time. We were invited into their home where we began to pray and call on the name of the Lord for the safety and the healing of his wife. And I did not know at the time that this was her twin, but rightfully so, because he reflected the same characteristics as his sister did. He had a heart of gold. He doesn't talk much, but when he does talk, it is very genuine. I just thank God for you, Miss Joyce. I thank God for your longevity. I thank God for your life, and I thank God for your lineage. May we all see the example that is continuing to flourish through your family. One thing that is perhaps maybe abnormal now is love in family. There are so many families that are falling out. There are so many family members that are not speaking. But I can take my hat off to you all because I watch you all in death. I watch you in adversity and I watch you in opposition. But I watch y'all hold it together. So continue to do that because you're being an example to so many people. So thank God for you, Miss Joyce, as well as you, Mr. Jack. God bless you.
Y'all got that loving personality, and they go back with their mom. Joyce and Jack and our classmates. Jack used to drive the bus in school. They was talking about how he was working early. He was working when he was in school, driving the bus. I used to ride a couple of times, go over to the house. Mom made me welcome. We was all just hanging out in the house. I was welcomed in like part of the family. And it grew through all the, even to Helen, the baby. And it's still lasting today. And they have not changed. They've been themselves all through life. But I hear a lot of people talking about how tight Jack was. I wonder he got in that mind from school. And I hear a lot of people saying, Jack don't talk. Jack don't talk. He might not talk that much in public, but that man can talk. Jack can talk, y'all. Believe me, he can. And one more thing. Me and Jack just hang out a few times, and I remember we went to a club, separate cars, we got there. And neither one of us really drank. I don't think I drank nothing, but Jack drank a little bit. And he was too tipsy. I wouldn't let him drive. I drove his car home. And me and Jack talk about this sometime. And right now, don't neither one of us, I didn't drink. Don't neither one of us remember how I got home from his house.
Doing this for us. My son, I told him back when I was, last year, I have a friend had a 70th birthday party. And I told him, I said, when I turn 70, y'all give me a 70th birthday. You give me a 50, you didn't give me a 60, you giving me a 70 because that's it. God promised us 70 years, and I plan to live, I told Sister that I plan to live 20 more years. Message what I told her, I had to, you know, you kind of had to break it down with the Lord too when you talk to him. And I told him, I said, these 90 years, these 20 more years, I want to be in my right mind and do for myself. So I feel that, and I believe that, I claim that. And I'm going to keep faith on it. Let me see what else. I thank my grandkids that did come here. My baby son didn't make his friend had surgery yesterday on hip surgery. But the Tyrus and Demetrius here. And we thank Jack, you had one to come. Yeah, Bernard, his baby son, will be here somewhere. And I just thank everybody that came, and just thank you. Amen. He's not gonna sit there. Always with the balls, I tell people all the time, I say, he got on a flat head back there, and I tell him, I said, he tried to come out first, but I pushed him out. So I always tell people, I push him out the way, but me and Jack get along real good, and he my baby, because don't nobody mess with Jack. I can, but nobody else. Our whole family know that. So you don't say anything?
I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And like to thank my nephew for doing this for 7 years. I thank my wife for putting up for 28 years. Thank my church family for coming, friends, and everybody. Thank you.
God.